Because in this Murli, Baba is reminding us that we have to become equal to Baba, Brahma Baba. Brahma Baba has become an angel, so we also have to become like him. But in order to become like him, we have to make intense efforts. And what type of effort do we have to make? Baba is reminding us today that stay in this intoxication. Who are we? We are direct creation of Baba. Baba is giving us this intoxication that we are sitting in the roots, very close to the Supreme Seed. The rest of the souls of the world are away from the seed, but we are the ones who are so close to the seed. So, Baba is reminding us the attainments that we are receiving from him because of this direct relationship. And also Baba is telling us that if you really love Brahma Baba, then you have to become like him, like an angel. And so with that, let's listen to this beautiful Murli. Let me share the Murli with you all. So this Murli was spoken on 8th of April 1992. And the title of this Murli is The Sign of Love for Father Brahma is to become an Avyakt angel. The sign of love for Father Brahma is to become an Avyakt angel. Today, the unlimited Father is seeing his first elevated direct creation. Brahmin souls are the direct progeny of Shiva. Brahmin souls are the direct progeny of Shiva. The Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. We are the direct progeny. Brahmins are the first creation of Adi Dev. This is why Brahmins are shown in the foundation of the Kalpa tree, that is among the roots. So our position in the tree is a very special one. We are in the roots. Baba says, you have seen your place, have you not? Right? So from the roots, the entire tree receives the nutrition. So we are sitting in the roots. So the souls of the world, they receive the same energy which we take from Baba. So they are not able to take directly from Baba, but we are the instruments. We help them get this light from Baba. So that's why Baba says that you are a very special one. So you have seen your place, have you not? So in the tree, you, the first creation, are shown close to the seed in the foundation. This is why you are the direct creation. None of the other souls are the direct creation of the mother and father, that is, of Father Shiva and Mother Brahma. They are not the direct creation of the Supreme. You are the direct creation of the Mother and Father. You, the direct creation, have so much importance. You have a direct relationship with the seed. That's why we are important. Because we are directly related to the Father, the seed. Those people have an indirect relationship, whereas you have a direct relationship. Then Baba says, all of you say with spiritual intoxication that you are the children of the Supreme. So we are adopted children of Baba, right? Baba always reminds us. So we should be so intoxicated that Baba has come and Baba has adopted us. So all the souls of other religions would say, we are Christians, we are Buddhists, or we are Muslims. They are not said to be the direct progeny of Shiva or the creation of Adi Dev Brahma. And that's why Baba keeps telling us that you are the images of support, Adhar Murat Atmai. We are the ancestor souls, Purvaj Atmai. So we are so special. So Baba says they are not said to be the direct progeny of Shiva or the creation of Adi Dev Brahma. Christians who belong to the progeny of Christ say that they are Christians who belong to Christ, the father of their religion. They only know that. So they only know about the Christ. So they are the progeny of the father of their religion, Dharam Pita. Whereas you would say that you are the progeny of the Supreme Father, Param Pita. So there is so much difference between Dharam Pita and Param Pita. So Supreme Father and those founders, so much difference. They are the human beings. But we are directly related to the incorporeal one, the Supreme. So what do you double foreigners think now? Whom do you belong to? Parampita or Dharampita? To belong to Parampita means to be the direct creation. There is so much difference between direct and indirect. There is a difference in the intoxication of this as well as in the attainment. This is why on the path of devotion too, they remember the Father indirectly through their special deity. So, Baba is saying that even on the path of devotion, you are direct devotees because you start your worship by worshipping Shiva. On the other hand, others, they are not like that. Baba says, if someone is a devotee of Shiva, he also considers Shiva and Shankar to be one and remembers him. And so that is indirect, is it not? So they're confused, even though they are devotees of Shiva, but still they're confused. So Baba says, they know that Rama belongs to Rameshwar. Ram ka Ishwar, God of Rama. But nevertheless, they would still remember Rama. And so again, devotion is indirect, is it not? So their devotion is indirect and our devotion is direct. So even on the path of devotion from copper age onwards also we are direct devotees. So this is our attainment. Baba is telling us the attainments that you receive by having this direct relationship. So Baba says the creation of devotee souls is those souls who come later on. You are the souls who are the direct progeny of the Supreme. Again and again, Baba is reminding us so that we are intoxicated. Who am I? I am a direct progeny of the Supreme. Even when you perform devotion in the copper age without recognition, you first worship Father Shiva. The worship of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar, the subtle deities, begins later, not at the beginning. So, in the beginning, we worship only Shiva and no one else. So, the creation of all the other souls is indirectly through other souls. And even their devotion is indirect, whereas you are direct devotees, not indirect. That is, you begin the worship of Shiva. So this is the relationship, direct relationship Baba talked about now at the time of the conference age and also from the copper age onwards. So our relationship with Baba was direct all the time. So also look at the attainment. So now Baba is talking about the attainment that we receive by having this direct relationship with God. You direct souls, that is you direct creation, receive the inheritance of the attainment of liberation in life for many births. None of the other souls receive the inheritance of liberation in life for such a long time. Right? Everyone receives liberation in life in the beginning because everyone is a pure soul. When it comes down for the first time, every soul is a pure soul. So everyone receives liberation in life in the initial few births. But our liberation in life, it lasts for many births. So Baba is reminding us that this is the attainment that you receive. None of the other souls receive the inheritance of liberation in life for such a long time. Your liberation in life lasts for half a cycle, whereas all other souls receive both liberation in life and experience bondage in life in half a cycle. So the first half of the cycle, we experience liberation in life for the entire time. Whereas those souls who come later on, so they experience both liberation in life and bondage in life for half a cycle. And that too is only for the souls who come at the beginning of the copper age. The souls who come later have the attainment of both in very few births. The speciality is that you attain your liberation in life, that is, your golden and silver ages at the same time as the golden and silver ages of the cycle. So this is another difference Baba is telling us. That our experience of liberation in life is when there is golden and silver ages of the world also. But when they come down, at that time, golden and silver ages will not be there. So their experience will be very different. So when it is your golden age, the period is also the golden age. And matter is also golden aged. You know the cycle very well, do you not? When it is the golden age for all the other souls, it is the period of the copper age or the iron age. So when they come at that time, it's not the golden age, not the silver age, but the copper age or the iron age. So when it is the golden age for all the other souls, it is the period of the copper age or the iron age. Their golden age is in the copper age, whereas your golden age is in the golden age. So there is a great deal of difference. When you are Sato Pradhan, matter is also Sato Pradhan. They experience their Sato Pradhan stage through Rajo Pradhan matter. So this is the difference. So when they will come, the world will be so old. When we come down, the world will be so new. So we will enjoy living in a new home. Brand new home is always enjoyable. Whereas if the home is old, moving to an old home is not that enjoyable, because then there is so much to be maintained. Maintenance has to be there. For the old home, more maintenance is needed. For the new home, you are relaxed, nothing will break apart. So Baba says they experience their Sato Pradhan stage through Rajo Pradhan matter. So there is so much difference between the direct creation and the indirect creation. So, do you have this much intoxication of being the direct creation of the Supreme? Baba is asking. Baba told us the difference between the two. And now Baba is asking, do you feel intoxicated? That I am a direct creation of the Supreme, direct progeny of the Supreme. Do you have this intoxication all the time or only sometimes? So next question is about the time. All the time or only sometimes? There is a difference in the percentage. Sometimes it is 100% and sometimes it is 50%. But what should it be? Baba says there should be constant intoxication. Baba always likes to underline this word, constant. Always, not sometimes. Baba says delete this word sometimes from your dictionary. Always intoxication should be there. So for how long will you continue to say that it should be like that? You do not say with a sparkle. We always have that intoxication. You only say we should have it. So, how many years do you need in order to become complete? That is, for the words, we should be like that to finish, and the words, we are constantly that to emerge from everyone's lips. Baba always asks us to fix a date. By this date, I will be complete. By this date, I will get rid of all my old sanskaras. Because when we decide a particular date, then our efforts, we will make more efforts. Because we know that this is the deadline. So by this date, we have to become complete. So we will be more alert. And that's why Baba keeps asking us to fix a date. So that we don't become careless. Don't become lazy, but we should always be attentive and alert. So Baba always says, that there should be this concern. You should have this concern that when, till what date I'm going to become complete. So Baba says we always have that intoxication. You only say we should have it. So Baba is asking us to finish this word. We should be like that. And what should emerge? We are constantly that. So this replacement Baba wants from us. We are constantly that. We are constantly intoxicated that we are direct children of the Supreme. We are especially, we have been adopted by the Supreme. So the Father is also asking you, how many years do you need? 10 years or even more? Or do you need fewer years? You began the year of tapasya. So the year 1992 was the year of tapasya. And the time of finishing it has now come. But what thought did all of you have when you began it? Maybe 91 was the year of tapasya, because this Murli was spoken on April 92. So Baba said that you almost finished. You began the year of tapasya and the time of finishing it has now come. So 91 to 92. So, but what thought did all of you have when you began it? That you will become complete. This is what you thought, did you not? So, have you become complete? The year has finished, but have you become complete? Or do you still have to become that? Do you need another year? You issue a challenge that they should claim the inheritance of liberation and liberation in life in 1 second. Or do you say, come and claim your inheritance in 25 years? So, how many seconds and how many days are there in 12 months? So, should all of you have become complete? Or do you need more time? What is the result? Tell Baba how many more years you need. Otherwise, when the second year finishes, you will still be singing the same song. And what is that? We still need more time. More time, more time. You will keep singing. So, how long is this song of we want more time, we want more time? A song is of a fixed duration of 3 or 5 minutes. So, during the year of tapasya, did you have a determined thought or just an ordinary thought? The sign of determination is, so if we had determined thought, then Baba says the sign of determination is success. That means that this year tapasya has to be with even greater force. Or do you want to do service? Are you not able to do both? So yoga and service both. So does it mean that you do not have the title of a karma yogi, but simply a yogi? Baba has given us the title of a karma yogi. But if we are not connecting with Baba during that time when we are performing some actions, then this title, we won't be able to take this title. Right? We have to be in yoga as we perform any action. So we are karma yogis. So in actual fact, service is that in which there is service of the self and others. So double service. If while serving others you become careless in serving the self, that would not be called accurate service. So Baba wants us to now do accurate service. And Baba gave us a very beautiful definition of that. So what is accurate service? Serving the self along with serving others. That's accurate service. If while serving others you become careless in serving the self, that would not be called accurate service. The definition of service is that you receive the fruit of service. Service, seva means meva, instant fruit. This is known as doing service and eating the fruit. So when we serve, then the instant fruit that we receive is happiness, right? Any service we do, we feel so happy. So that's the instant fruit that we receive. If you become careless towards the self, then that service is labor, it is expenditure, there is tiredness, and there is no instant fruit of success. So if we are experiencing labor, that means we have become careless. So first of all, there has to be success for the self, and together with that, others should also experience success. So success has to be experienced at both levels. Success for the self, and others should also be able to experience success. So both should happen simultaneously. If there is success for the self, but not for others, that is not accurate service. If others experience success but you do not, that is not accurate service either. While doing service, why isn't there yoga and service simultaneously? When there is success, that means there is yoga, right? Only when there is yoga can there be success in service. And also, many times Baba had told us that if you want success in service, then you check your consciousness. In your consciousness, you should always have this awareness that I am just an instrument. So instrument consciousness has to be there, and along with that, there should be humility. Nirmanta, Nimitt, Nirman, and then Nirmal Vani. So these three words Dadi Prakash Muni would always say. Nimitt, Nirman, and Nirmal. So when we do any kind of service, we have to be instrument conscious. We have to have instrument consciousness. Then we have to be humble, and then our words should be very soothing to others. So all these three, if we use, then definitely we will get success in service. So if others experience success but you do not, that is not accurate service either. So while doing service, why isn't there yoga and service simultaneously? What is the reason for that? When you pay attention to one, the other becomes slack. The other becomes slack. When you pay attention to the second, the first becomes slack. Why? What is the reason? Now Baba is telling us the reason why we are not able to be in that karma yogi state. So the reason is that you make many very good plans for service, but you don't make plans with a plain intellect. So Baba is using two rhyming words, plan and plain buddhi. A plain intellect means, so definition of a plain intellect. A plain intellect means that while doing service, nothing else should touch the intellect except feelings of being an instrument. That's nimitta. And feelings of renewal, nirman, that I have to create something, I have to renew the world. So the feelings of being an instrument and feelings of renewal, only these feelings should be there. And so while carrying out renewal, there is a lack of the stage of humility. So say this nirmanta is not there, and that's why Baba says that's why the task of renewal is not as successful as you want it to be. So in order to have that nirman means the construction, the renewal, We have to use the quality of nirman, that is humility. If we lack this stage of humility, then the renewal is not going to happen. So the foundation is humility. That means no ego. No ego should be there. That I am doing this, I am doing that. So this is why the task of renewal is not as successful as you want it to be. The seed of good wishes and pure feelings is the feeling of being an instrument and the feeling of humility. The feeling of being an instrument and feeling of humility. This is the seed of good wishes and pure feelings. Not limited name and limited regard, but humility. This is why before making plans for service, it is absolutely essential to make the intellect plain, right? Because during planning for service, so many souls, they come together and they share their opinions and share their ideas. So at that time, if our ideas are not accepted, then at that moment we have to be humble and we should be ready to accept the ideas of others. What Baba, many times Baba asks us to become a child and a master. So at the time of sharing your ideas, you be like a master and share you with authority. And when the final decision is being taken, then you become like a small innocent child. So that's what we have to do. Baba is asking us to do that. Before making plans for service, it is absolutely essential to make the intellect plain. Otherwise, instead of having a plain intellect, if the rubbish of inaccurate feelings is mixed in the intellect, then even though you make plans for service, together with the plans being studied with jewels, they become studied with stones. So the jewels and stones become mixed. So Baba is asking us not to have any kind of rubbish, any kind of ill feelings towards anyone is rubbish. That rubbish is like as if we are using stones for the construction of something instead of using jewels. So the jewels and stones become mixed. When 9 jewels are set in something, would you also add 1 stone to it? What would be the value of something if it has 9 real jewels and 1 artificial one added to it? Anything is mixed, then that thing loses its value, right? So in fact, the buyer would have even more thoughts about whether the 9 jewels are real or whether they are a mixture. Then the trust, this is how the trust goes away. They will doubt. How can you be sure that 9 are the real jewels? So this is why, together with plans for service, let attention first be paid to keeping the intellect plain. If the intellect is plain, then even if the plan for service is not so big, there will be no loss and there will be no burden. So, plain intellect means purity. Purity has to be there. When we plan for service, Baba is again and again telling us plain intellect. So although there will not be so much benefit in service, there will not be a loss. If there is a mixture in the intellect, there is definitely a loss. Therefore, will you designate this year for tapasya too? You say that while doing service, you come down. So what will you do? Will you just do tapasya? When you become complete, the task of world transformation will be completed. Very important. Baba always says, when you change, the world changes. So we have to focus on how we can make intense efforts to become complete. Because all of you are not complete, the task of world transformation is waiting for completion. The elements are waiting to serve you as your servants, saying, when Brahmin souls become angels and angels become deities, we can serve them with love from deep within our heart. See, the 5 elements are saying this. Without becoming angels, you cannot become deities. You have to change from Brahmins into angels. Very important. This transition is very important. All these dadis, actually, all these dadis at the end, they were all angels. They became angels. Because to become an angel, it doesn't mean that the moment you become an angel, you leave the body and then it's over. We have to be an angel here and serve as an angel before we leave the body, just like Brahma Baba. At the end, he was serving as an angel. Everyone who would see him walk by, he would walk by and everyone would see him only as light. So we also have to work on ourselves so that in our presence, everyone feels that kind of lightness. All these dadis who served, they were all angels. They became angels at the end. The last few years when they served from their angelic, from their angelic forms. They all had become angels. So we have to serve during the confluence age at this time, not only as Brahmins, but also as angels. So the meaning of an angel is that, Baba is telling us who is an angel. The soul has no relationship of attraction to the old world, old sanskaras, or old body. You have to pass in all 3. Be liberated from all 3. Baba is asking us to check whether I still have attraction to the old world, old sanskaras, or old body. We need to check the percentage. Angel does not have any relationship of attraction to any of these 3. So we have to work on overcoming all these attractions. In any case, within the drama, you first have the inheritance of liberation and then of liberation in life. You cannot go into liberation in life without going through the land of liberation. So an angel means one who is liberated. A liberated angel becomes a deity who is liberated in life. So it's not like we receive liberation only when we go to the soul world. But we have to first transition to a liberated angel. And then we go up from the subtle world to that soul world, to that land of liberation. So before going to the land of liberation, so this is the preparation. We all have to become liberated angels. Because only when we become liberated angels, what Baba is saying, only they become a deity who is liberated in life. So, to what percentage have you become an angel? Or are you pleased with just being a Brahmin? To become an angel means to have love for Brahma Baba, the Avyakt angel. So, if we truly love Brahma Baba, then we should have this aim to become an angel. So, I was thinking maybe I'll stop here. Or you want me to read more? It's already 8:13. Should I stop here?
Yeah, sister, we can pick up the second part.
Yes.
The remaining part in the second day.
Yes. Okay. So we have to become an angel like Brahma Baba. So beautiful Murli from Baba. Let's see ourselves as angels, becoming angels like Brahma Baba. And now you can share whatever you took from this Murli. Please go ahead.
Om Shanti, sister. So Baba says we are the direct children um, of the Supreme, and we should have that intoxication all the time. So we are direct creation, and no other religious souls they have that rights. So uh, even in the devotion time, right? So we are only worshipping Shiv Baba. So the connection that we have with the Shiv Baba is very long, and the inheritance that we get is also very long. It lasts for half the cycle, and nobody else, no other religious souls will have that. Their inheritance is only for a short time. So I had this thought that even if you take Islam religion, right, they are also worshipping one God, right? Is that they say Allah, but though they don't have the, I mean, they don't say Shiva, but still, it's not a multi-God concept for them, right? And you got my question. So yes, when we come in the initial stage, we worship only Shiv Baba, and then later on the deities also start coming into the picture, and they all start building their temples also. Yes. But similarly, if we take Islam religion is also when Islam come down to the Brahmin, and at the time is for short time. Yes, they are only remembering him right at the time. That is also one God concept, right? So Baba again.
Yeah, but they don't say Shiva, no? At least we have the memory of the right name of God.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't have that connection, no? That's why they don't even relate themselves with the word Shiva. And this word Shiva, Baba tells us that's my true name. We at least remember the true name of God because of
Yeah,
our connection.
yeah. Thank you, sister.
Sister. Baba says we should have plain and do plans for service. And they mention that to be liberated from life, we have to have a good service here. I also like the point where Baba mentions that we are all the children of His and we should be working towards a better world. I had one more quite similar, like brothers said, wherein there are Haredi sects in Israel as well. They also they believe that there is only one God, and that doesn't actually have a form in itself. So yeah, except that they don't call by any name, the Jewish, the Yahudi, they also have similar concepts that there is only one God, and they have similar. So I wondered, here also we are creating a new religion in a way. This Adi Sanatan Devi Devta, that is what we call. But have been religions from there and have been continuing. They are still continuing in the world right now. So I just wanted to share this thing that such thing already have been existing, and we are having our own forms here. Yeah, thank you. Om Shanti.
Yeah, there are many similarities, but there are many differences also, no? Because I feel that because in the beginning, no, every soul is a pure soul. So when they come down, they have this pure message that there is only one God. So because they're coming directly from up above, they carry that pure and true message. But then over a period of time, that message gets corrupted. So that's why there's so many different opinions and all of those things. Okay, anyone else?
Becomes the second time, and then the percentage of it needs to be calculated before I can say I'm complete. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so shall we end? No
Yes,
one
yes,
has.
yes, we can move to meditation.
Okay, yes. So Baba has given us this beautiful awareness that we are direct children of Shiv Baba, the Supreme. So let's see ourselves sitting under the tree, in the roots, very close to the Supreme Seed, our sweet Baba. Taking Baba's pure light, filling ourselves with all His powers, all His divine virtues, and making intense efforts to become complete, just like Brahma Baba. We are the ancestor souls, the images of support for the entire world. So let's see ourselves doing accurate service, serving the self and serving the world, serving from the heart and serving as a karma yogi, serving with humility, serving with instrument consciousness, and serving for world renewal. This is the time to bring about the transformation. When we change, the world changes. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Kanishta sister. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a beautiful day.